Hey, comic book fans, my nerdy friends, and my geeky compadres, what's going on? Welcome to another Halloween-themed back issue review. Today, I'm going to do the Twilight Zone issue 10 that I just picked up. And it says there's 2 spectacular stories in here, so we'll go through them as usual, and I'll let you know what it's about. Be right back. Alright guys, so the first story in this Twilight Zone issue 10 is called Stairway to Heaven. It is scripted by Stephen Dorfman, penciled by Terry Tidwell, inks by Barb Kahlberg, colors by Holly Sanfilippo and Rich Homburger, letters by Andrea Albert, cover by Lennon Del Sol. And yeah, cover is pretty sweet. And it actually has to do with the first story. It's about a gentleman named Harry who likes to watch this show, Stairway to Heaven. It's a game show. You win a certain amount of money after you answer every question and step up to the Stairway to Heaven. Him and his wife are sitting at home one day, and he is interacting with the show, like he answers the question before the player answers, and she's like, "You should really go on that show, you do so great." And Harry says, "I wish to the devil I could." And guess who pops up right there? So the devil kind of freezes time and goes on to talk to Harry and says, "Look, if you want to do this, we can do this. We'll sign a contract right now. I'll get you on the show." And Harry's like, "I don't really need you to get on the show. I'm smart as hell." And Devil's like, Harry says he's smart. He could do it on his own. The most he's ever missed was 3 questions. And the Devil said, "Well, I'll give you 3 free answers. So you're pretty much guaranteed to win the million. And, when you win and I'm there, I get your soul." And Harry's like, "So you'll spot me 3 questions, and, let's see, Harry says, what if you're not there to give me the answers to the questions?" And the Devil said, "I never leave my good clients alone." So the deal is, Harry goes on the show. The Devil has to be present, and he answers 3 questions if he needs them. So Harry tells his wife the good news, and he goes on the show. And first thing that happens when he gets out there in front of the cameras is he freezes up, and the host asks Harry, "What's your wife's name? Your wife's here. What's her name?" And Harry couldn't answer, so the Devil comes in and tells him, that his wife's name is Mildred, and he's like, "That's one answer." And Harry's like, "Well, I still got 2. Maybe I probably won't even need them at all." And the host asked which category Harry wants to answer questions to, and he picks religion. And the Devil goes, "Oh, my favorite category." I thought that was kind of funny. Or my favorite subject, that's what he says. So they start going, and he answers the first question, and the second, and the third, and gets up to $50,000. And the host asks the question, and Harry can't come up with the answer, so he asks the devil to put the like a time freeze on it, and he gives him the answer, and then that's 2 questions that the devil answered for him. And then he goes on, and then the next question is the $250,000 question, and the host asks, now in Latin, what is the prayer they use to exorcise the devil from a person or place? And Harry gets the answer, speaks it in Latin, and the devil gets exorcised from the place. Harry goes on to answer the next 2 questions and wins $1 million. And he's sitting there in his big-ass house with his big-ass TV. So the devil lost out on that one. So not really scary, but cool. I'll get the next story read, and I'll come back to you in just a minute. Alright, so the second story in this book is called The Key to Happiness. And it's written by Stephen Dorfman, pencils by Terry Tidwell, inks by Barb Kalberg, colors and letters by Andrea Albert. The story is about a man, what's his name? Jeez, I always forget. I know his wife's name is Sarah. Roy. His name is Roy. Roy is taking care of his dying wife, Sarah. See right there, he's by her bedside. You know, telling her not to talk. She's very, very sick. And she says she thinks that it might be time. You know, and he says, how am I supposed to live without you? And, you know, all the nice things that someone says to a loved one when they're passing. Flip the page, and, you know, he last thing he said was, you know, how, I don't know how I'll ever get on without you. And then you flip the page, and he said, he has a thought bubble saying, but I'm sure I can come up with a few ways. So you get this sense that this guy is not on the up and up. He comes home and finds that she's pretty much dead. She tells him that it's definitely time, and she wants him to promise her that when she's gone, he'll go on living and he'll be happy. She just wants him to be happy. And next, it says several days later, they show him, and it looks, I think she's like a maid or somebody who took care of the house at a lawyer's reading the last will, and then the maid gets $100,000 and the vase in the living room, and he says $100,000, or he thinks $100,000, that leaves me with plenty of money, you know, and I never liked that vase anyway. And the lawyer comes to him and gives him this envelope that says Key to Happiness. He opens it up, and it's just a key. So he's freaking out. Where's the money? You know, I've earned it, blah, blah, blah. And what does this key even go to? He doesn't know. And he asked the lawyer, he's like, where's the key go to? And the lawyer didn't know. And he asked the housekeeper, like, where's the key? And she didn't know what it went to. And he was thinking to himself, you know, she hasn't even left the house in forever, so how could she have done anything? And so he runs home and he starts, like, checking places to see where the key would fit, and he checks this roll-top desk that the key won't fit into, and he's like, it has to be somewhere in the kitchen. And so he's checking all over the place, and 1 week later he gets a phone call, I'm guessing from his work. He says that he knows he hasn't been in all week, and that maybe he'll be in next Monday due to his wife passing and all that. And he crashes the phone. He throws the phone at the wall for some reason, and he's just keeps thinking to himself that he just wants the money. And he says like he's looked everywhere. He's checked bus stations. He's checked the post office, and it's nothing. And he's freaking out, losing his temper, and he ends up dying, like passing out and dying, choking on something. And the maid, or whoever the lady is, I guess, calls the police because the police show up, and they show up and they're talking about how she found him, he's been here for weeks or whatever, and she gave a statement and took off and left her number. Then this is where it gets kind of strange. They get a call saying, all cars, bank robbery in progress, Main and 5th. And the cops are talking to each other, and he's like, that's near here. Well, nothing, the other one says, well, nothing more we can do here. Let's just lock up and leave. So they start talking, and there's a lock on the bedroom door, and it needs a key, though. Who puts a lock on their bedroom door? Well, Roy had the key in his hand, and the other cop says, well, let's try this. And they use the key to the bedroom door, which why Roy never thought of that, I don't understand, because supposedly he's been looking for keyholes for a week, and he didn't see the bedroom door one. So the cop takes the key out of Roy's hand, puts it in the bedroom door where Roy is laying in the middle of, and unlocks it, and out pops this letter right here out of a mechanism in the door. And so they pick up the letter, they open it up, and the letter reads, Dearest Roy, I know it has been hard for you living here with your memories of me. Though I'm gone now, you're still living, and you said it would be hard for you to live with your memories of me haunting you. Locking this door will help you lock away some of those memories, make your life here easier. The money and deeds are in a safe deposit box. The number is, and then it doesn't show it. So apparently, if Roy had just locked the bedroom door, this little letter would have popped out and he would have had all the money and everything. But instead, he's laying on the floor there, dead, and the cops are laying around him. And at the bottom it says, a key can lock as well as unlock. Roy may have survived if only he had the imagination to lock the door that leads to the Twilight Zone. So that was that. This Twilight Zone book, if the rest of the series is this way, it's interesting and I really, really like it. Not as much as House of Mysteries or House of Secrets, though. But I'm glad I gave it a shot, and this book is in fantastic condition. And I really liked it. So if I find any more lying around, I might pick them up. And that's it for this episode of my Halloween-themed back issue review. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. And I'll see you later.